All right. 166. We ended last week with the whole what is it, like a constellation party? I was just about to crawl in bed. I'm sorry. It was the what is it? What was it called? I forgot the name. Exactly what we're calling it anyways. It was like a constellation banquet. I'm like, constellation party? I was like, I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying. Constellation banquet. That's what it is. All right. So we got our nice little suit. We had a wine glass pull up on a chariot. Right? We had a wine glass pull up on a chariot. Things are going great. Things are smooth. So Doksha right now is being courted, seemingly being courted or being used by all the constellations that have a tale or a fable of resurrection. They're all coming after him because he's gonna revive in 24 hours. So they all want to be used by him. They all want to be juiced up by him, because taking from them and then coming back, and it'll be juice time. So he's dealing with that, and he's been invited to the constellation banquet. So let's see what we have in store for us. Hey, hop in. Is he just going to use his true voice? Hey, it's fine. We're in the symbolic realm now, so true voices aren't as powerful as they are. Come on, don't be scared. I won't bite. If this really is the carriage of the sun, the owner of this carriage should be Helios, the sun god. Huh? You are... What? You don't recognize me? Constellation god of alcohol and ecstasy is disappointed in you. Dionysus? Spark? Oh, you can't... Oh, okay. You can't call us by our true names like that. I kind of like that little zap, though. Why do you look like that? Because of probability. Okay. Taking a symbolic form is a good way to save costs. Got it. And it might be better for me that he's not in his true form. Even with the fourth wall, I can't be sure that I won't faint at the sight of a constellation's true form. Even if we're in the symbolic realm. That's... Alright, Doksha, I got you. This is our first time meeting in person, right? Yep, it was always through that ability that he did. Nice to meet you. I'm god of alcohol and ecstasy. You have an energy drink named after me in your country. Really? Nice to meet you too. Bacchus. Okay, Dionysus Romans. That's how I say that, right? Bacchus. Nice to meet you too. Constellation Banquet Part 2. You don't seem all that phased though. I'm still a constellation, no less. This isn't my first time meeting one. He already went through the initial shock of meeting a constellation with Persephone. Persephone was the first time he met a constellation face to face, even though she was using Sanga's image and the old person's image, right? I'm not messing this up. Good for messing something up. I'm not messing that up, right? Okay, gotcha. What's up, Lachi? All right, here we go. Oh, I remember. I sent you to the underworld that other time. If I would have just kept reading, I would have answered my question, right? Thank you for your help back then. But what did you do while you were there? What? What? I've never seen the queen be that nice to anyone. She tried to protect a mere incarnation against the powerful nebula. Nebulae? Nebulae. Perhaps you have a thing with her? You're wrong. We all thought that could have been a possibility, but in all actuality, she was gonna have it be with Hades, right? Right? She was gonna have it be with Hades, right? I think. Come on, don't play coy with me. Or I think someone. Never mind. Come on, don't play coy with me. She may be old, but she's still pretty sexy. If she were single, I would try. That's crazy. The Greek gods. It's the most reasonable assumption he could have made. Yep. Should you be saying things like that? Isn't the queen of the underworld your mother? What? I guess there's a story like that out there. Then are you saying that story is a lie? I never said that. That's crazy. That's great. That's crazy. That's hilarious. He was like, isn't the queen of the underworld your mother? He's like, what? Like, what? Nah, man. You know that people be talking. I know a guy like this. I know a guy that plays stuff off like this. I know that is true. I know a guy that plays stuff off like that. And if you know information, you just drill like, you got me. I just give it up. That's crazy. So you saying that story's a lie? Because Dok's about to be like, that's a lie for real, for real? He's like, I never said that. Hey, don't give me that. Don't give me that look. Stuff like that doesn't really count as taboo in Olympus. Right. While we're on the topic, you got my message earlier, right? Yeah, we did see that. Join me. I'll bestow you with the story of Bacchus. You don't seem all that happy. No, I am. Story of Bacchus? What's with that attitude? You've just compared me to the stories that Eden and Veta have, didn't you? That's because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. Do you know what happens when you get a story like the resurrected Messiah? You have to live your entire life as a virgin. On the contrary, the story of Bacchus is incomparably awesome. You know I have priestesses, right? You can party every night with them. I can supply you with an infinite amount of wine, too. It doesn't sound all that... we know Doksha doesn't give it up like that. So everything that Dionysus is spewing at him, Doksha don't get down like that. We know that. He don't get down like that at all. He struggles talking to women in general. So everything that he's saying is not... it's not moving the needle whatsoever. It doesn't sound all that enticing. Now that I think about it, I think I overheard some angel of Eden say you might be into men. That's back when... Hold on, that's back when when Uriel was like like trying to rush in, like misunderstanding what was going on from a couple chapters ago, right? He was so like that's funny. That's a funny callback. That's a funny callback. I like that a lot. That's hilarious. That's funny. I think I may know who spread that rumor, but it's not true. I like women. That's a good callback. But most of all, I'd like to know why it is that you really came to see me. What do you mean? I came to convince you to join our... Is that really all? You're quite quick-witted. You're right. I'm not here to ask you to join Olympus. Just as I thought. There's no way. That's what I'm saying. Like, he said this before. There's no way that all 12 Olympian gods showed up just to get a single incarnation to join them. Let me get right to the point. I don't want you to join Olympus. That's crazy. That's crazy. For him to outright say, no, I don't want you to join. It's crazy. It's like, what? Who landed? Did he say I wet myself? Because He spilled. I wet myself because I was startled. Who is attacking? It seems the other nebulae are out to get you. Damn it. I borrowed this from Heyo, so I need to return it in one piece. Hey, this won't do. I'll let you off here so you can run the rest of the way. Gives me Snake Way vibes. You'll get there in no time. You just follow the cloud path. Here, but we're in midair. I'll try to stop them, so just go. Once you arrive at the banquet, no nebula will be able to mess with you. Just remember this one thing. Don't trust anyone. Got it. I don't trust a soul. Anyone? Does that include himself? Like, should I listen to you? Should I get off the, like, what? Should I listen to that? Should I actually trust somebody? I think this might be some of the best advice, because we know that these constellations be on Doksha. They want them. They want them bad. So we know that they'll do, seemingly, these constellations will do just about anything. Right? They'll do just about anything to get them. So I don't know. Littlefinger said the same thing, and Ned Stark didn't listen. Look what happened to him. You're right. You are right. Oh, we made it. I thought, see, I'm such a Dragon Ball person, and watching the anime, because I'm in the process of rewatching Dragon Ball. So like when he got, like I said, the Snake Way thing, when he got off the carriage, I was like, we're gonna have a whole side quest trying to get to this damn banquet. Nope, he got here. It's like, nope, he got here. All right, let me continue. My bad. I'm sorry. Look at the Dokkaebi. Look at the Dokkaebi with the hat. He looks cool. I came to join the banquet. What? I wasn't told of an incarnation coming to the banquet alone. Damn it. I guess that carriage of the sun was my pass into the banquet. Let him in. Who said that? He's with me. Is that Persephone? It's the only other incarnation constellation that we know. Personally. Yeah. You're right. A mischievous face covered in white hair, or no, not necessarily. Any of the constellations that have been following him and like him probably would say this. What? Why did I not think we're gonna? Never. Shut up. A mischievous face covered in white hair with golden glitter. The prisoner of the smallest prison, who has been put there for playing a trick on the Most High. Okay, it's that way. All those who dare to gaze into his all-seeing eyes would come to a gasp. Wow. The great sage, heaven's equal. Okay, that's a pretty cool appearance. What are we reaching for, Doksha? Did he look into his eyes? What happened? It's a bunch of eyes. Oh. Who the hell is that? Oh, these are constellations. I'm a Muppet. Are these different constellations? The world's first anime protagonist. He looks really cool, right? And I was like, poof. It's like all these eyes. Okay, these are all the different constellations. I didn't pick that up until right here. Who the hell is that? I think it's an incarnation. Whose incarnation is it? These are the constellations who are in attendance at the banquet. So, okay, so Dionysus said that we're in this form. We can use our true voice. It's not that powerful because we're in this realm. But surely all of these constellations in one place at the same time talking, that'd have to be overwhelming, no? That'd be like a sensory overload. Okay. I thought I could finally stuttering. I thought I could finally manage hearing their true voices. Just shut up and keep reading. But without the fourth wall, I can't even move just because they're looking at me. It finally hit me. In this banquet hall, I am the only person who is not a constellation. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's pretty wicked. That's pretty wicked. I'm trying to think of like, what is a comparison for this? This would be like if I, and not how I view myself, right? But like my social status, just I happen to walk into, like I happen to just get dropped off somewhere and I walk somewhere, open up a door, and all of the world leaders are just sitting there. Not at like the United Nations, but it's just like some room and they're all there. And I'm aware of who these people are. And I'm like, ooh. It's like, ooh. All right. That's pretty crazy. Now, please calm yourselves. It looks like there's been a mistake. Let me take him off your hands for a moment. Just snatched him up. Okay. That's funny. Ooh, I can finally breathe. Why did you come on your own? Be young? Ah! Look at our boy! Look at him! Look at him. Yes, it's me. The queen said she'd send her envoy out to pick you up. Weren't you coming with him? We got attacked, Be Young. Don't tell me the chapter's ending. Look at our boy. He's not in a potato sack anymore. Look at him. Some of the best glow up we've gotten. It's been a minute since we've seen him, too. It's been a minute since we've seen him. Okay, he's moving on up. Look at his ears. Look at our boy. Okay. God, excuse me. This is a good chapter. I liked it. I liked all the little I liked all the realizations of Doksha being like, yo, this is crazy. This is overwhelming. Also, I just like pointing it out. It's like you have Doksha doing this, you have him being overwhelmed, all this. It relates back, because we touched on it last week, but it relates back to when turn this down. When Doksha was messing around with the constellations and he was trying to like get over on them, and then they all flipped on him and everything just turned upside down. It just shows like, and he realizes this now. I think he realizes it even more now. The constellations are nothing to be played with, right? They're not like incarnations. They're not like other people. Like, they're nothing to be played with. So even with having the knowledge of what's going to happen and all of these things, yeah, they're like, you mess with them and you get things that happen like in the last scenario or 2 scenarios ago. I can't remember what scenario we're on. Technically 2 scenarios ago, because the next one's starting now. When the 8 heads thing like broke probability and just started doing things, like if these constellations really get upset and really get bothered and really want to do something, they'll do it. So it's like trying to get over on them, trying to play with them. That's a lesson that I'm glad he learned, because that's a lesson learned, and then he gets here and it's still this heavy and is holding this weight. It feels like appropriate. It does, because for most of the series, outside of 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, 5 moments, 5 stretching it. Constellations, well, to me anyway, Constellations, you can lose the impact of them. They're just little pop-ups that show up. They give levity, they add to scenes. Just like something funny happens and then they all pop up and they're like, give coins if something funny happens. They show their displeasure. If you like don't think too hard on it, that's all they could be to you until you get to a chapter like this. And I'm glad that we have like moments of Doksha doing something and them flipping on him. We have these moments where he's face to face with them. And nothing's working right. Like those moments, even though they're very few and far between, whenever they happen, they're super impactful. Something always ends up changing because of those moments. Usually things don't stay the same after a constellation does something. Like when Doksha went to Tartarus and went there and had the face-to-face with Persephone, things weren't the same after. Like everything navigated around what Persephone wanted him to do, even though he wanted to do something too. But it was kind of like, well, you gotta do this and this and this and this. When he was trying to get over on the constellations, everything changed. His whole plan got flipped upside down. Same thing. So I'm glad that when those moments happen, they hit and they feel heavy. And then they could just go back to being a dialogue box that pops up on the screen whenever something funny happens or when something serious happens. So I'm glad about that. I am. I'm freaking tired. Read the comments on Webtoon. They're safe and explain a bit more. Do I want to go down here? That's funny. Okay. I'm not gonna go too far. I'm not gonna go too far. But okay. Gotcha. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know where I have no idea where this goes. I have no idea where this goes. If being in their presence is that overwhelming for him, how does he participate in this banquet if he's supposed to participate in it? What is the reason for him being here? I can't even think of the reason why he would be here. Is it like it's a banquet and then they're gonna bid on him? Right? It's like, is it that? I don't know. I have no idea. Are they gonna talk about what to do with him? Because so far, how many times has Doksha done something outside of his fables? Well, how many times has he said something where the constellations can't hear it? There's been multiple times where he'll be talking about something and the constellations can't hear it. It's like it gets muted out. Or they're all intrigued at how he's working a certain way because he's able to manipulate. So this might be a, what are we doing with him? It's kind of like an auction, right? Like an auction. Is that the word I'm looking for? Is that what I'm trying to compare it to? Yeah, like an auction. Like, sorta, kinda. I don't know. I have no idea. We don't know if there's any sort of time dilation being with these people. We don't know. We haven't experienced that yet, though. Like extreme time dilation. Time's just been moving freely. Besides people getting snatched from dimensions and stuff, right? You know what's funny? I always say that I can never accurately guess what this series is gonna do. And really honestly, I just be talking what's on the top of my brain. I do this for every series that I watch or read or whatever. It's like I have no, I'm just chatting, just whatever comes to my brain. And like some people would be like, yo, like, hey, not saying anything, but hey, like I like comments like that. It's like it's like they don't really say, like they're not like timestamp 10 minutes 32 seconds. This point you said right here is definitely gonna be something. If they don't say something like that, they'll leave a comment like, hey, listen to the discussion, and it's just like, hey, it's like, man, I say so much like in like this 40 hour long video. It's just like, I don't know what they could be referring to. I say so much so quickly, I just be talking, I forget what I say after I say it. But it's just, I like those comments because I feel like, I don't know, like whenever we're just like free flow and we're talking, we're just bouncing ideas back and forth and whatnot, it just feels like, I don't want to say like the vindication of getting something right feels amazing. It always does. But it's just, it makes me feel like I'm actually understanding what the author wants me to read. If I'm able to follow the lines that are being put down, or if I'm able to get to a conclusion. Because I think this is something recently that I thought about, like when I was in the shower or something. And it's like, and weird example I gotta use. I always use weird examples, but like for myself, like when I do these streams and when I'm like talking, sitting here for a long time, I don't remember what I say. Like I could say something that was brilliant and I don't remember it. It's something that started once I did YouTube. But I have to go back and like rewatch it. But but it's like this weird thing that if I hear like 3 seconds of myself talk, it instantly comes back and I know what I was talking about. I know where I was going. I know what I was thinking. Like whenever someone tries to comment and argue with me and they give me a timestamp or they try to like quote back to me, I'm like, oh no, I know exactly what I was thinking when I said that. This is what I mean. And you're probably misinterpreting wrong, or I could have used better words. But I'm saying that whenever you're reading a series, I feel like when you're focusing, it's like this fine line where if you're focusing too hard on wanting to be the big brain predictor and figure out exactly what's going to go on in every scene and all that, you overthink it, and you're really injecting a lot of what you would like into the series to happen, and that might not necessarily be where the series is going. But just having conversations, talking to different people that have different viewpoints, different ways of life, they have a completely different viewpoint than you do, so they're going to look at something completely different than you. Having those conversations and then actually understanding what has been happening in the story, I feel like you can begin to tap into the thought process that the writer was in when they were writing it. So it's like if you begin to like get that thought process Like this, it's just like maybe this author has a rhythm in how they write, or like the example that I can use is My Hero. Like Horikoshi has a rhythm that he writes in, and everything always isn't not a rehash, but it's always a callback. If something is happening right now, you can look back in the series and find the counterpart to it, or the inverse to it, or something that touches this that we've already done. And you can do that multiple times throughout the series with different moments, and they all hit. So in figuring out that pattern, you can kind of see where something is going. And it's like this weird thing where it's just like we'll be talking and I'll be saying things I really don't know what I'm saying, but I'm just kind of like ebbing and flowing, like, well, maybe this, da, 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 da. And it's like I feel like the more I'm reading, the more I'm understanding. I need to definitely touch back up on the series because it'll help this out. But it's like I feel like I'm beat by beat kind of following what's going on, even if I'm just airhead up here sometimes. And it feels good to have someone with the perspective of the whole series be like, yo, that's a crazy thought that you thought of that. And it's just, I don't know. It's something that I want to discover a little bit more. Something I just want to discover a little bit more. If it's something that does ring true. Where it's just like, if you're not trying your damnedest to be ultra big brain, can you just like, can you sync up with like the writer? Right? Is like, can you sync up with the writer? Can you feel what the writer was feeling? And then like maybe it's just like, it's like not trying, like I'm not clairvoyant and like not that, but it's just like, I don't know, it's something you can like think like what were like, maybe this is how they were thinking with this. I don't know, but I feel like that can happen. I predict how much better. Missed a lot, I guess. Yeah, you missed all of it. Sorry, Lucy. I get you, Bubblegum. I get you. But this series, even if it, talking to everybody like in the future, even if it sounds like I know what I'm talking about, trust me, I don't. This series also always throws me for a loop. And I forget 90% of what we talk about. Like, I don't remember what we talked about last week. I don't know. I don't remember what we talked about last week, and I don't know what made me think about all the things I said. I could go back and watch it and then be, oh yeah, that's what I meant, or that's where I was pulling that from. But as I sit here now, couldn't tell you. I'm about to go upstairs, knock out, and wake up in the morning and forget what I said during this too. Oh man, I don't know where we're going though. I don't know where we're going. I do not. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be crazy. I do know that. But I don't know where we're going. I don't know if someone's gonna show up and be his escort, if Be Hyung is gonna be his escort. I don't know. I don't, like, right now we just feel like a little kid's lost that at an amusement park. That's what we feel like. We just feel like a kid at an amusement park that's overwhelmed. There's so many adults and random faces that's not mom or dad. And it's just like, mom, dad, That's what it feels like. And Be Hyung right now is the adult that like squats down like, hey, where's your parents? And you're like, I don't know. I have no idea. Let's see if we can find your parents. That's what this situation is. Dokcha's just a little kid. He's lost. I don't know what to do. I can't move. I'm stuck. And someone's just like, come here. What's going on? Where, like, why are you alone? Where was your escort? I thought you were supposed to be coming here. And it's just like all these questions on top of questions. And he's like, but I can't even answer. So that's what this situation feels like. And let's see. I don't even know where do we go? I don't know. But I'm gonna call it there. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. I think this will be the end of the stream as well. Yeah, it will be. Yesterday I said I was gonna aim for Friday to do something. Work has been crazy. I worked 12 hours yesterday. I worked 7. I work 7 to 6. What is that? 11 hours? Yeah, something like that, right? Yeah, because 7 to 7 would be 12 hours. I'm stupid. I worked 11 hours today. I'm probably going to work a lot of hours tomorrow and a lot of hours on Thursday and probably a lot of hours on Friday. It's been crazy, so I have no idea when my next stream is going to be. For Omniscient Reader, it'll be next week on Tuesday. But as far as just regular content, I want it to be Friday. Will it be Friday? I don't know. I have no idea. But I'll call it here. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. This video will be going up in the morning. It'll be going up in the morning. So if you're seeing this on YouTube now and you're still here, thank you. You're seeing this on Wednesday morning. But have a good one. Appreciate you guys. And hopefully, God willing, see you guys right back here next Tuesday or Wednesday for Omniscient Reader 167. Peace out.